Is your financial plan prepared for a worst case scenario? Well, by the end of the video, you'll have a better understanding of how you can set your financial plan up to make sure you are prepared in case the absolute worst should happen. My name is Jake Williams, and I'm a life insurance specialist with Step Up Wealth Management. For more information on financial planning, the role of life insurance in a financial plan, or how all those other roles can fit together into a comprehensive plan tailored around your needs and your desires, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. That way you're notified immediately anytime I upload new videos. You never miss one. So I did a video the other day on being prepared and really the two-part aspect of having a financial plan to prepare you. And that was preparing for the worst and hoping for the best. So I'm really diving into today what prepare for the worst means. And then in my next video, I'm going to be on the much brighter and happier side of it and talking about the hoping for the best. But today we got to talk about being prepared for a worst case scenario. And since I'm a life insurance specialist, that's my primary focus when I'm talking about being prepared for the worst. Um, so being prepared for the worst in terms of life insurance is, okay, it's you, your spouse, maybe a couple kids. You might be the only breadwinner, or you might earn a significantly higher income than your spouse. Either way, it's your income that your family relies on a day-to-day basis. And without that income, your family's in big trouble. Would your family be prepared if something were to happen to you? Whether that was a disability or an injury through work, or that kept you from work, or absolute worst case scenario, you pass away, whether it was medical or an accident or any other thing in there, would your family be able to continue operating in the same lifestyle that they have now if you were not there to provide income? Would they be able to uh, cover a lot of the responsibilities at home and around the house and with the family that maybe you were the one to take care of? Those are the kinds of things that you want to think about when you're trying to determine the amount of life insurance that you need. So, if your family would need a certain amount of income on a regular basis, how much of a death benefit are you going to need to provide that? That is something that you can figure out with a financial professional. There are ways to determine how much money you would need in a lump sum to guarantee your family has that amount of income for a certain period of time. Maybe you're talking about the responsibilities that you have around the house. Are you the person that takes care of the house? You fix things when they're broken. Maybe you mow the lawn, just doing the laundry, things around the house that if you weren't there, they might not be able to be done. And you might have to hire somebody, or your family might have to hire somebody to take care of them. Taking those costs into consideration and rolling those costs into the death benefit value is a way you can prepare for the worst with your life insurance. Now, you can also prepare for the worst in financial plans in terms of income, and we talk about that a lot when we're talking to clients about the type of income and the amount of income that they would want in retirement. But that is for another video at another time, because that is way more in depth than what I want to be getting into now. I'm really focusing on the life insurance aspect of preparing for the worst right now. So, your income, your responsibilities, and just the general lifestyle that your family is accustomed to. In a worst case scenario, maybe you just took on a large debt. Maybe you just bought a house or a car or any other, maybe it was a medical debt. But worst case scenario, you would have that debt that needs to be repaid, and then you lose the income. that's something that you need to be able to be prepared for. Because if you get a life insurance policy right after you get married, and it's $100,000 policy, and you think, okay, just gonna pay off the house and we'll be good. Then you have a kid or two. There's medical bills associated with having a child, and then there's medical bills associated with raising a child. That can get expensive. So maybe you go into a little bit of medical debt. You have to buy a bigger house because now you've got two kids, and the where you were originally doesn't work, and there's a lot more debt piled on you. Is that original $100,000 policy going to cover everything that your family would need now? There's a decent chance probably not. So think about that. And as your life changes, take some time to sit down with your financial professional and make sure that if the worst case scenario were to happen, you're still prepared and your family is still taken care of. If you've heard of other things that you would want to prepare for and want to cover with the benefit of a life insurance policy, drop me a comment down below. I would love to hear what you guys are hearing. And if you've got any other questions about, hey, could you do this? Or is this a realistic thing to be worried about? Hit the comments again. Let me know. I can turn that into a video and get that right back out to you guys. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you think I'm doing a good job. Really helps me out with that. And if you want to sit down and determine what you need to be prepared for the worst case scenario, there's a link in the description below where you can apply to become my client. Takes you to a short masterclass. We do a little bit of fact finding, and then we schedule a time where you and I can sit down together and make sure that you are taken care of. In the absolute worst case scenario, you and your family, sorry, I just hit my microphone again, you and your family are taken care of in a worst case scenario. But for now, just make sure to take care of your now, your future, and beyond.